Many years ago, Martin Luther King said, "The ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and the cruelty by the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people." Psychologists say that fear can lead us to hide, to run away, or to freeze in our shoes because we avoid confrontation. However, avoiding confrontation is allowing violence to dominate our world. It starts with bullying during high school, but it also evolves into shutting down minorities, and sometimes it can start anti-human rights movements, like fascism in Germany. Elisabeth Noll-Neumann is a German political scientist that first introduced in 1974 the theory of spiral of silence to indirectly explain the Jews' status during World War II under Nazi control. In this time in history, Adolf Hitler dominated the whole society and the minority Jews became silent due to the fear of isolation or separation. During this presentation, I am going to explain more on the main concept of the spiral of silence theory, the causes of this dynamic of silence in public opinion, the main assumptions that explain the concept, the possible scenarios, the triggers, and the ways that the spiral of silence can be terminated for the good of society. Now, this term used to refer to the tendency of people to remain silent when they feel that their views are in opposition to the majority's view on a subject. But why does this happen? It happens because people like to be accepted and integrated in society. So in first place, people remain silent because they fear rejection. And rejection often leads to isolation. People fear isolation. On a second level, individuals fear reprisal, like being left out of a family or a club as a punishment for not agreeing to the majority's opinion. In third place, the spiral of silence happens because people tend to hide their attitudes and opinions so they can keep their status or privileges in that group or society. The question is, do we always keep things to ourselves? The dynamic of the spiral of silence begins with certain assumptions and a series of environmental conditions. In first place, we have to assume that individuals intuitively know what the prevailing opinion is because they know their environment. For example, if you live in a city which economy depends on factories, all around you, everyone will say that they are supporters of big industry, no matter the side effects. In second place, the spiral of silence is enforced when the prevailing opinion is voiced. In this case, the local media or town hall meeting may announce that environmental groups are not allowed to do manifestations in the city without the approval of the authorities in the town hall meeting. As a consequence, people with different opinions prefer to remain silent because they have lost confidence in their capability to voice their thoughts or also to find validation from society. And the spiral of silence keeps censoring people through fear. In this case, it stop people to voice their concerns about the environment and health issues that come as a consequence of pollution. Now, it is important to recognize that this dynamic occurs basically when there are moral issues involved in the discourse, or there is a space for controversy, for example, topics like abortion, death penalty, or matters of human rights. It also occurs when conservative societies that are not giving to give a space to debate. There is also pluralistic ignorance, which means that people take a posture without really knowing the entire truth about a topic. According to Newman, mass media and all media that uses propaganda are responsible for starting the spiral of silence because it helps to shape public opinion through an agenda. However, there are other institutions that contribute to the phenomenon. For example, educational and cultural institutions, group of peers, even family. Sometimes the spiral of silence comes incidentally. Sometimes it is not planned, but it still hurts. It hurts our family, it hurts our friends. There are so many cases of bullying in school that have ended badly because other people remain silent. Sure thing, you could say that it's only a phase, it's between teenagers, or make up other excuses to diminish the problem. Parents say it is going to be okay, just hold in there, but that is not the solution. In fact, according to science organization, people who were bullied throughout childhood and adolescence are more likely than other people to engage in criminal behavior later in life. The key to stop these negative trends is to speak up. Today we count with many minorities that have created big movements, and we have the internet which levels up the playing field. Today there are means to find each other in adverse circumstances, to start global advocacies for minorities and empower them. Raising the voice of minorities has been a blessing. It helped to end slavery in this country. It helped women to win the right to vote. And it worked and balanced the power on society. It has liberated other minorities to get out of the closet and live free. And moreover, it has helped people to become more critical, more sensitive, and more intelligent. In conclusion, the theory of spirals of silence is something that we need to consider to understand our society and how can we break silence for the greater good. Thank you.